Gledajte malo pažljivije uživo ili na YouTube-u naše intervjue sa diplomatama, prvenstveno sa američkim ambasadorom Murphyjem. Dakle, sve što se Dodiku dešava ovih dana, ali baš sve, 15. septembra u ovoj emisiji je najavio američki ambasador Murphy. I sankcije, i ozbiljnost Amerike, i nastavak.
This isn't a game. Mr. Dodik seems to think it's a game, and we're not here to keep score. The United States is not going to stand idly by while Mr. Dodik or anyone else rips up the Dayton Peace Agreement and leads this country into conflict. Neither do I think the High Representative or other members of the international community are going to do that. There'll be a reaction and there'll be consequences for those individuals who go down that path.
Kojih reakcija i kakvih posljedica?
Well, for example, sanctions. We've used our sanctions tool. U4 is stronger and more capable this year than it was a year ago. The High Representative has bond powers. So there are a number of things that you can do to ensure that individuals pay consequences for their actions.
Znate da se Dodik ismijava američkim sankcijama i protiv njega i protiv njegovih prvih saradnika, da je to njemu smiješno. I oni se ismijavaju, čak izabjegaju se ismijavati tim sankcijama. I kao ne vidimo mi koji je to rezultat, pa i oni ne vide koja je šteta po njih ako im Amerika uvela sankcije, ako su na crnim listama.
Well, you need to make a distinction between the impact of the sanctions, which are clear, right, versus what they say the impact of the sanctions are, right? Of course they don't like the sanctions. They don't like being held accountable for their actions or for their behavior. The political leaders in this country too often seek to escape any responsibility for corruption, for anti-Dayton activities, for anti-democratic activities, right? And so they naturally claim, oh, well, it doesn't affect me. But let me tell you, in private, they're all trying to get off the so-called blacklist. So I'm confident the sanctions are having the impact we want them to have, and we'll continue to use that tool if we feel we need to. One of the things that I would caution those people who think we're playing games is you're going to miscalculate, and you're not going to like the consequences.
Imena. Koji ljudi?
Names of whom?
Ovih ljudi o kojima govorite, koji će se preračunati.
Look, I think we've been pretty clear in our public statements about those actors, like Mr. Dodik, who is engaged in actions that are anti-Dayton and designed to undermine the state. And we have said, clearly, we're going to hold those people accountable. So, they decided to play a game in Parliament, in the RSNA in June. What did the United States do? We sanctioned 4 individuals who decided to play games, right? And if they continue, we'll do it again. We've been quite clear about this. We do it at a time of our choosing, when we feel it's appropriate, but we haven't been bashful in the last 18 months of using that tool. And we haven't just done it in Republika Srpska either. We've sanctioned politicians from other political parties as well. You can ask Mr. Chavara. You can ask Mr. Novalic about that. If you want to play games and you think we're not serious, those are the consequences.